Everybody, and welcome back to your favorite Monday hosts videos every Monday on the Five Awesome Geeks. I need to work on that intro a little bit better, but oh well. So today we are talking about our favorite animes. Raspberry Heaven, na 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 na. Da, 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 heaven. So I have a few favorites. Most of them are kind of older because I haven't gotten into any of the new anime lately. I think there's one thing on here that is from beyond the 90s and early 2000s. I'm not even sure when it came out, so that's cool. But anyway, so I've got a stack of anime beside me, as you may have noticed from the thumbnail, and we are gonna go through them all and have a blast. So let's just get this out of the way, and I will point something out as we do so. Of course I'm gonna mention Robotech, because why wouldn't I mention Robotech? Because it is my favorite anime. But Kay, you may say, that's the Americanization version. I know, I'm actually currently watching the Japanese version on Amazon Prime, but this came first in more ways than others, to me anyway. I know the Japanese version came first and it got Americanized and all that jazz, and then there was everything else beyond it. But, and I'm using this one instead of one of my other 5,000 different boxes because this was the very first one. This box set right here was the very first one that kind of like jump-started everything. It wasn't the first anime that I ever watched. It was the first anime that I watched that was Americanized, and I really fell in love with the idea of anime, and then it just like rocketed out into nowhere. So that's cool. I keep bumping the microphone because there's no good place for it, but it's out of the way so you don't get to see it. Haha. But you will hear whenever I bump into it, so you'll probably figure out where it is. But anyway, so this is of course the Macross Saga. It is 3 different parts, technically, Robotech is. So I do have the other 2, I just didn't want to bring everything down. So I've got like the first volumes of everything and the complete box sets if it's possible. So yeah. But this one, it's a space opera. Plain and simple, it is a space opera. And so far the Japanese version hasn't quite fully detoured away from it. I should watch like each episode like side by side just to see the difference. That would be hilarious. I might actually watch that because I've got 2 monitors, so I could probably get away with it. Next up, we're gonna go for something that y'all have probably seen, and if not, then you should probably go watch it because it is really good. It was one of the top 3 animes back in the day when that was still a thing. I think it still is kind of a thing. You know, the top 3 popular ones that everybody has to watch. Bleach, One Piece, Naruto. Those were the big 3 back when I first got into anime. But this one was also in the top, so there's that for it. But it is, of course, Death Note. And I really like this box set. I've got volume 2 as well, of course. But it's got like little scenes from the, you could see totally behind my computer, that's funny. It shows like little scenes from the movie and it's really cool, I think. So yeah, but slides out and of course does that. So there's that. They have done a new box set for this show and I was tempted, but I'm like, you know what? I really like these and it took me forever to get both volumes. So yeah. But it's really good. The Japanese movies and the live action drama show are also really good, but they're technically not anime, but I'm mentioning it because if you enjoy this and haven't seen those, you should probably watch those because they're really, really good. And the new Death Note show is coming out on Netflix, I think. I don't know, I don't have Netflix, so I can't keep up with all the Netflix stuff, but that's coming out, so I don't know if I'll watch that because everybody's griping about it, but we'll see. It could surprise everybody. It could be amazing. It could be terrible. It could be I have to rearrange the order so we have all of the hilarious things that kind of go together. You'll figure out why. Next up is probably one that you have not heard because I only found out about it because I watched it on YouTube. Maybe not like I should have, but nowhere anywhere could I have found this, and nowhere anywhere would I have known, hey, this is a great show. So I'm telling you, so you can avoid the mishap that I did. But I made it right because I bought the box set. But it is Carried by the Wind, Tsukakakiran. And it is actually hilarious. You've got the samurai lady and then the ninja girl, and then they have shenanigans and stuff, and it's quite funny. I didn't expect it to be as funny as it was, but it was quite funny. And you know me, I love my comedies. Save for, you know, Death Note. It's not exactly a comedy, is it? No. But yeah, so I was super hyped to have found this at Half Price Books. It was sitting on like the back shelf behind the cash registers, and I was like buying something, and I just happened to look up. I was like, and I'm like, I need it. I need it. I need it now. I want it. Give it. I will pay $500 for it. But luckily it was just 20. So yeah. All right. We are delving into the territory of high school. So if you know me, you know that I have a thing for comedies that always, for some reason, are set in high schools. I only grabbed 3. I have another one upstairs. I think only another one. I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, because I didn't grab Kill Me Baby, and I didn't grab K-On! Because I don't think I have K-On! But those 2 are really good, but they didn't quite make my top favorites because I haven't watched them in a while. And the other one I haven't actually finished. So yeah. First up we have Cromartie High School. This is ridiculous, and this is probably the only one that I've seen that has like an all-boy high school. There's another one out there that's like Azumanga and Nichijou, but I haven't found it yet, and I don't remember what it's called, and I just hit my microphone. I'm sorry. I don't mean to do it, it just happens. But anyway, so this is funny because you've got so much shenanigans going on, just like the other 2 that I'm about to bring up. But it's hilarious because there's a guy on here who doesn't talk, and he looks just like Freddie Mercury. And then you also have Megazawa, who's a robot, but oh, he's not a robot, don't hurt his feelings. It's hilarious. This show is just, it's ridiculous in so many levels, and I love it. So these 2 have officially tied for my top favorite, which is kind of funny. I know Robotech's not my favorite. What? That's because it is so long and so many things, like episodes, that it's hard for me to rewatch it. I'll rewatch like the first few episodes, and then I get distracted with everything else, and then I forget what I've done. And whenever I rewatch something, I want to rewatch it like in a row, unless I've seen it so many times I could just like pick episodes out and watch them, which I haven't gotten to that point with Robotech yet, because there's just so much. There's so much. I still have yet to watch the 2 movies that I finally bought in a box set. So yeah. So favorite number 1, 2, 2, 1? I don't know how this goes. But we have, actually I'm just going to bring them both up because they're basically the same thing. But not. Hurrah! Yes, you were right. Nichijou and Azumanga. I'm going to have to be careful with this one because we're actually watching it. So during the making of the thumbnail, I like tilted and all the stuff tried to fall out because it's not compacted in. So that's great. But yeah, so this, I was so excited to finally have and collect. Like 2 years ago, I think it was, somebody else had the rights to it and was going to publish it, and I was super excited because, I mean, watching stuff on Crunchyroll is great, but having it for myself is even better, especially now that it's not on Crunchyroll, which is very sad for me. But yeah, so they finally did it. And oh my goodness, I totally forgot about another one, and I'll have to go grab it in a second because I'm a derp. I'm a funny derp. But yeah. So favorite number 3 will be after the top favorites. I'm sorry, I forgot something. I was trying to look on my shelf, and my shelf is covered partially with stuff that we need to get rid of, so it's kind of like, oh. You guys probably know what it is if you know me. So you're probably like, "Kay, why aren't you showing blah blah blah?" It's like, oh, because I totally forgot about blah blah blah. Until I looked at the back of this because it is from the creators of this as well. So that's kind of cool. I totally forgot about that. But yeah, so this show is probably a little more ridiculous than this show because you've got a little girl who's like a prodigy scientist and her robot companion, and then they've got the cat that talks because there's a scarf that allows it to talk. It's just really silly, and then you've got the schoolgirls, and it is super ridiculous, and of course I absolutely love it for it. FiveAwesomeGeeks is a little more on the normal side compared to all the other high school girl comedies that I watch, so it's, if you don't want ridiculous level, then this is probably for you. So yeah, but this was probably like one of the first like high school comedies that I watched, and I was like, this is hilarious stuff. So I probably delved further into the rabbit hole, which may or may not have been a bad idea. Okay, I got it. Oops. I can't believe I totally forgot this. I guess because it's not like in the first bit of the alphabet and it's not with the Blu-rays. So I totally like spaced out and forgot about it. But we have, of course, a lucky star. So this is cool. I finally got the OVA. I found that at Harper's Books, obviously. This one I think I got it right stuff. I'm not sure. But it's a complete set and it's in one DVD volume size, and that's amazing for time saving and space saving. It's so great. Yeah, it's Lucky Star. This is more centralized towards fan service and stuff. I mean, the other ones kind of do too, but it's also like cosplay and stuff. So it's a little more like anime-ish because one of the characters is really obsessed with like anime and stuff. So that's fun. This was probably like along the lines of watching FiveAwesomeGeeks. It was like one of the first sort of stuff. I don't actually have a list that says, hey, you watched this first, and then this was second, and then this was third, fourth, fifth. Because I don't think I updated my anime list to specify that, which is unfortunate. But yeah, so this was actually in my top like #1 favorite anime there for a while, and then it got battling with FiveAwesomeGeeks for the longest time. And then I would watch a couple other shows and be like, yeah, these are good, but they're not as funny as these. Because I always come back to these. So, yeah. And then Nichijou came into my life, and then I was like, nope, you're my favorite now. Sorry, Lucky Star. And then it just gets forgotten and abandoned. I'm sorry. I still love you, I promise. But yeah. So, that is really it for me. I finally remembered to do stuff. Oops. And it's not a car vlog. Yay! I was worried I was gonna have to do that, but I didn't, so we're good. But yeah, so those are my favorite animes. There's obviously a pattern where I enjoy comedy a lot more than other stuff, but that's because when I watch something, I want to just sit there and enjoy it and just kind of relax, because work is stressful, especially nowadays. So yeah, so having something that's like a little comical relief is always great to have. But yeah, so that is my favorite list. What's y'all's favorite list? I want to know. Just like we'll find out what Kio-chan's favorite list is tomorrow. So that's going to be exciting to see. Because everybody else, I have a general idea of what their favorite list is. But Kio-chan, I have no idea. So we'll see. Melissa and Dylan have probably changed too from their favorites. So we'll see. But yeah, so that's it for me this week. Hope you enjoyed, and I will see you all tomorrow. And Kio-chan, we will see you tomorrow. Not me. We'll see Kio-chan tomorrow. Not me. You'll see me next week, hopefully. Yeah. Bye!